Hi teachers, thank you so much for watching this video. This is just a welcome video on some things that I want you to be aware of for our week. Some really big clarifying things are number one, although the district may have sent out that this is an extended spring break, that is not what this is. This will be in basically a home learning situation where students are expected to do some kind of learning at home, which teaching and learning is going to help us out with what that expectation is going to kind of look like. I'm not quite sure on what exactly it's going to look like. They will give me more information later on this afternoon, and maybe I'll be able to add it to the Google Classroom. But the idea is number one, they want you communicating with students in some form, fashion, or way, whether that is through actual meetings with parents via FaceTime or via Google Hangouts or something like that, or through just traditional emails and phone calls. They want you to try to reach out to every single kid as much as possible. Daily would be great. That would definitely justify us being able to say that we worked every single day. But if you can do it every other day, that would be okay too. You just have to make sure that you're trying to reach every single parent every single day. For the kids that, let's say they decided to take this spring break as an extended spring break and not come to school, we need to document that so that we know that they did not attend the number of days that they were supposed to. Those situations would be like a parent decided that they were going to stay on vacation for another week and not have them do any kind of work. So, or the parent that says, my kid is at home, and when they're at home, I tell them they don't have to work, so they're just going to play and enjoy their time with me and family the rest of the time. That would be the same case of not being available to be at school or not doing any kind of classwork. The idea here, guys, is that we're really looking to try to make sure that we document that we are trying to teach kids, even in this week off, so that no one can come back and say you didn't work, you have to extend your school year, or you don't deserve to be compensated. So it's both, do I need to get paid because I worked, and did the kids actually attend, or do we need to extend the school year? And extending the school year may work for some, it may not be an issue for some, but for those of you who may have already planned things to happen after you leave for vacation, you probably want to make sure that you work. So it's not going to be a suggestion that we document that we've talked to parents, to document that we're sending out assignments and that we're trying to do a digital extended learning situation. It's going to be a requirement so that we can show that we deserve to get paid and we also did some kind of work. So for my people who are not assigned homerooms and not assigned classrooms, you're the non-grading teachers or my paras, I'm going to attach you to some other grade level so that you can work with them and you can do phone calls, you can do emails, you can be assigned a certain group of kids. You can help out with grading, you can help out with collecting things from Myon, whatever it may be. You're going to be assigned to a specific grade level. That way you're not having to chase the entire school and you're not having to figure out, well, I did this, but I only did it for certain people. For my people who are assigned to specific grade levels and your specific teachers, your job is to make sure that you're trying to provide some kind of instruction to your kids or some kind of assignment or learning on their grade level to the kids no matter what. So for those of you who have, for example, used Google Classroom and your kids use Google Classroom at home, this will be easy for you. You can just assign assignments throughout Google Classroom. But for the kids who don't have internet access and they don't have a computer and they have no device at home, how are they going to have the accessible access to those same things? The last thing I want to just remind everybody of is just to be very positive in this. Keep in mind that we're doing basically a homeschool version of our public school. So we want to make sure our parents are aware that although your kid is at home with you and we're helping you and providing you resources and providing you instruction, it doesn't replace you as a teacher that you're providing this through a computer screen, because we do want them to come back. That is still job security for us. And we want to make sure that they understand that, we're doing this because you are still enrolled in public school. And once we are able to come back, we want to make sure that you come back. We don't want you to stay on with these homeschool programs or these other programs that are allowing you to come or something else and our class sizes shrink, and then we end up losing sections and things like that. So just keep that in mind when you're looking at your perspective, when you're talking to your kids and you're checking in with parents and things like that. Obviously, the school will not be open. Our school is not one of the breakfast or lunch serving places. It's not a place that we have a lot of digital tools that they can come and pick up. So there will not be any kids coming to the school for any reason. That also being said, don't come to the school and meet kids at the school. Don't meet parents at the school. They want you to specifically practice that social distancing. So if a parent says, well, can they come up and get their books so they can work on it? The answer is going to be no. Can I come up and just meet you and you just put it outside? No. Can they come up and use the computer, or can they come up and just be in the neighborhood, or whatever it may be? The answer is no. My communication to you is going to either be through a screen, through a phone, or through an email. That's it. So just keep that in mind if parents are trying to find ways to either get access to resources or meet you somewhere or something like that. The answer needs to be no in all of those cases. Okay. More information to come. I'll just put this on the Google Classroom, and then there'll be some questions for you to answer as documentation that you have done your first meeting with me and you are actually meeting. So just let me know if you have any questions. Just look at the Google Classroom every single day, and I'll show you some ways of how you can document that you are meeting with your kids or you're providing instruction some kind of way. So see you soon.